Everybody, Good Grief K here. We are live with week 12. We got the 9-1 Chiefs versus us at 10-0. We're at home this week. Like I said, I think we got them at week 17 as well, because I don't think I've played them yet this year. At the schedule.
700 by 10 months from now.
Yep, week 17 at Chiefs.
The XP's just gonna get
Right. Rodney Hudson's back this week, so that's big for us. Good to get our starting center back. Game's filled in nicely though for 61 overall center. Sunday prime time under the lights. Let's do this. Hopefully Mahomes doesn't go for 450 on us. I injured him last season. That hurt their playoff race. They only ended up making the wild card, and I think they lost in the first round. Yeah, kid.
Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Let's see if our offense can play a better game this week. I'd like to
to an
minimize
NFL
the
game, and that was
turnovers.
in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up
Cleveland
between
at
the Kansas City
7-3.
Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Texans at 8-2.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visitors
Got 5
here, the
touchdown
Chiefs,
returns on
they've
the year
certainly
with
found their
Rhodes
groove
already.
of late. Winners of
He's been
5
on
in
a
a row.
tear.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football they've played in a long time.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep.
40th career touchdown
Coming out with a
pass.
jumbo package to start the drive.
Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't sign another.
Here's
tight
Carr
end.
to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yes. No.
It's picked up by the Chiefs. KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Yeah, you see that shit, bro? First completed pass yards. I fumbled it.
The first carry down. This is Williams.
7 hit the line notification sign for more great content.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 59 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the
football.
He gains yards for him, chews up clock.
Good stuff, guys.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Chiefs 3. Raiders.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Patriots got another win this week against Buffalo. Man, Buffalo's having a rough year. They were like 1-5 to start. I don't know what happened to Josh Allen.
25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Yeah, that fumble was rough to start. I didn't expect that at all.
Offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Almost broke that one.
And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching
in real life. You mean Mac Jones, or are you talking about in my franchise? Because they're still rocking with Cam Newton on mine.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, dropped it. Come on.
The intended receiver.
And if you're talking about in real life, I definitely agree. I'm not a fan of Mac Jones. Yeah, I think Jones is a dirty player, and he's a crybaby.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
40-yard line.
Carr gives to Richard. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy.
All right. Slowly marching down the field. I like it.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Nice run.
And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, They want to see
Yes.
This throw caught
Big
right
man,
on the
fucking
6.
tight end. The big catch, filling in from the row.
Nice job there of utilizing his
I
big
like
target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Carr going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll buy some time right. Into the end zone, but it's not verified.
Oh no, did they call a fucking holding penalty? What? Illegal touching.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count?
Did he run out of
Can they
bounds?
get it back together and find their
What
way back to
happened
the
on
end zone?
that play? I don't
This
even
will
know,
be play
man.
number
That
8
hurts
on
my
the
soul.
drive. It's 3rd and goal.
I had a touchdown right there.
Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, come on, Waller. You got to hang on to
The
that.
contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football
All tied
after
up.
that contact, but in this case,
Didn't really want to take the 3
target to
there.
hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Oh, come on.
That drive took
Yeah,
him
they called that
inside the
touchdown
10.
back. I don't know what happened. I think my tight end ran out of bounds before he caught the ball. They called illegal touching.
They didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made him kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but it feels a whole lot better running off the field.
I would have one-shotted already.
First and 10. At their own
I weren't chancing it, not against these fuckers.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
more football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game
There
in the
he is,
playoffs,
Hill.
and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
Kansas City.
a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the
MOG middle
playoffs.
finger,
So they've got to make
MOG
sure they
middle
continue to
finger,
keep the
MOG
momentum
middle
down.
Absolutely.
finger,
There's some
MOG
sharks
middle
smelling blood in
finger,
the water
MOG
behind them.
middle finger,
Now a first
MOG
down
middle
carry. It's
finger.
Williams.
See.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the
Madden,
catch.
MOG
But in this
Worcester.
situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge.
Nice, big stop right
And a
there.
good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault.
LOL.
His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll drop this down to Williams.
I didn't see the running back.
Chiefs
I was
first
watching
down as they're
Kelsey.
able to get the 3rd
Fuck,
down
man.
conversion. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. A quick
Oh,
slant to
that's a
Hill.
touchdown.
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Fucking Tyreek, man.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers
Couldn't
love
pop the
slant
ball
routes
out.
because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly. And oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
If you're watching tape to prepare for this game, one thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're
Ain't making it easy going.
He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
They'll find his running back here, Richard. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made
Nice.
there in the open
First
field.
barely.
He gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Power O.
First down, Raiders, Carr to Waller.
1-yard line.
This is Richard.
Yes!
What a juke into space.
Let's go. Big run. First down, baby.
Good for 37 yards.
Well, they came into this
37
game, they
yards.
set the tone and showed that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So
Yes,
now
I know,
the big
you got
play
it.
has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr.
Damn.
That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where
Tried
it's
to take
hard
the
to keep
big
two
shot
eyes on the
there.
football when
Almost
you know the
had it.
contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Got his man. That's Tyrell
If I could have made
Williams.
that first
And
cut,
he'll
I
go
might
down
have had a
right on
touchdown.
the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Ooh, wide open
Flush to
lane.
his right.
Oh,
He
Carr
can
might
run
have a
for
rushing
it.
touchdown. Let's go.
Goes in. Touchdown.
Carr runs it in.
Taking it in from the 20. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10
Oh, Frank
apiece.
Clark got
So that
injured?
drive 7 plays in length. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of
Ooh,
20
boy.
yards.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Let's go.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Come on, boys. Let's
Calling
get a
a gain of a
stop.
couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Yes!
And that's going to be
Let's fucking go.
incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Nice return.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richard. Got a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. The 1st down run got 5.
Only
Here's
got like
2nd
one
and
X
5.
factor on defense.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas.
Oh, let's go! Woo! Touchdown!
Henry Ruggs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Woo. Yes, sir.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson now to
That's the
kick
big
this
play
one
I
away.
needed right there.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Emoji
line.
flex biceps. Emoji flex
KC's
biceps.
offense
Emoji
ready to
flex
take over.
biceps.
They find
Emoji
themselves
flex
down
biceps.
17-10 as they
Emoji
come up on
American
1st and 10.
Emoji American
Emoji
football.
flex biceps.
Emoji American football.
They start
Emoji
the drive
American
on the
football.
ground. It's really
Emoji
nowhere to
American
run.
He still
football.
has
Emoji
yet to get
American
on track in
football.
this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there. Really nice game.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Then as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know...
Yeah, buddy.
Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now a deep ball here, holding run just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr on the bootleg. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, Richard. And he gets it down to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 26 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And the Raiders are first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Man, so
and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after
100 yards.
About 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd down.
Got it.
Richard. And this time he is in. Jalen Richard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And he's got it up and through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends on the Jalen Richard touchdown run.
To kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20.
Man, I whiffed that so fucking fast.
Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 77 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 29, Carr eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, Richard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Chiefs' 49-yard line.
On second down now, Richard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Man, I thought that was a house call.
Down to the Chiefs' 5. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
Damn, that guy's fast.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that...
Let's go, Waller.
Darren Waller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sends out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together.
Yeah, Buffalo's
Everyone has to
4
up
and
the
7.
level
I
of
don't
play
think
a
they're
little
even
bit,
making the
including
playoffs.
himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
The Raiders' 6-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
Yes, picked him off in the end zone. Let's go.
Whereas his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that one was nearly picked.
Took a shot.
He was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
This
time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Might be able to get in the field goal range at least.
Timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Fighting through pressure. The pressure too great.
Yeah, let the clock run out. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Wouldn't even be close.
We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deshaun Watson getting the job done again as the win moves his guys to a terrific 9-2 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 21-16, the final. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
We're going to take a momentary break real quick, check the stats. And Mahomes almost completing 90%. That's crazy. Alright, we're back.
Number 3.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin
perfect
quarter
timing.
number
I was
3,
taking
and
a
they trail
halftime
here as
break
we are
real
back
quick.
underway now on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
Patrick
hate when they
Mahomes on
run
his way out for
wide.
the next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, why get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime.
Let's go. Pick 6, baby.
By Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Daniel.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mahomes will try again on second down. Caught Kelsey, left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the first
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield.
Another one.
Misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Man.
Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
Let's go, touchdown.
Jalen Richard, his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is getting ugly.
Played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Yes, sir.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think I wasn't a quarterback. But number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And down he goes is brought down. Raiders sack. Corey Littleton able to run it down for a loss of a yard. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first.
Just a sec, guys. All right.
Down, Williams. Nick Kwiatkowski there on the tackle.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. So he visits pay dirt for a 2nd time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. It wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either to find the end zone for the 2nd time. Yet his team still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, If you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit.
And this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
I can't believe I completed
midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play in football.
Complete to Henry.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a handoff to Rashard. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Chiefs.
Now Carr.
Oh, come on.
Picked off at the 24. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the Raiders' 23.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. Sammy Watkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is right through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the... The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Carlson on for the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
The busy night continues for Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A quick slant to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of
12 more yards there and another first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he takes this into the
As if
end zone
Tyreek
for a
just
Chiefs
locked up
touchdown.
Corey Littleton.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to
I can't
cut
believe
into
I
this
just
lead.
witnessed that. That is fucking
Well, 3
ridiculous.
scores in this game.
Overrated
I think that deserves some type of a
motherfucker.
broad gesture. I know in hockey, it's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at
I mean,
minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
Skirt
filet.
steak.
16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
The Raiders take over first.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're heading towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's a give to Richard. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let me call
moves
out
it back
route for
5.
some
That
reason.
makes it 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Their biggest bout right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down at 4, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't
really
want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. This pass from Carr taken in by Warner, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's caught. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds winds up incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion.
This game,
maybe not so cool with the yardage lost, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
The score, Raiders 55, Chiefs 38.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen.
31-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. Well, that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the
Red
4th
Dead
quarter.
Redemption,
Just haven't been
Elden
as
Ring,
sharp in this one.
Fallout. Some of the older GTAs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Defensively, they're
let's
okay
get
with
stopped
that.
here. I
Short
don't
little
want any
route,
more
tackle
yards
him
on
inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force
Come
it
on,
and make
how did he
something
catch
good happen for them.
that?
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mahomes throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Kelsey.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on that last play, he's going to go down.
All right.
Back at the 13-yard line.
Suck on that, Kelsey.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
Oh, man.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Again.
Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs
We were blowing them out in the first half, too.
I'm not sure when
After I
was the
allowed that
proper
big
term here,
run,
but
it was
it
all
certainly
downhill
felt
from
like
there.
it.
They
The
just started
touchdown they
torching
needed.
the defense.
But
I'm
the
glad
defense
that I
is
went
side
up
of the ball.
by a lot
You got the
early.
touchdown, but it sure took you a long
They
time.
made a comeback.
Offensively there, you're probably
Oh, shit,
hoping for a
timeout.
1 to
They're going
5
for the
play
onside.
drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
That's the game.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed.
Are they really calling timeouts?
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard.
Oh, what a hit.
To the 30, he'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside
Another
the 30 to
timeout?
about the 29, maybe the
Why?
28-yard line.
It's over.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Richard.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Not sure who we got on the schedule next week. I think we got Denver again.
Tonight's final score.
Should be an easy game.
It's another thing to win and put up the
Denver's pretty mediocre.
What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, I got Cleveland next week, and then I'm pretty sure I got Denver. Week 16, then we got Kansas City at home
against Philadelphia.
Week 17.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank
Gonna
Charles
be a
Davis,
tough
my
one.
broadcaster.
They were fucking marching back against us that game. Nice, Crosby gets an upgrade. Jarred up to an 80.